So for our second set today, we're actually in a kitchen setting. We've chosen a red outfit to complement what's going on here. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it just to add a little layer of luxury to it. I'm going to use my same strip light. It's honestly a go-to for me. I use a multitude of other modifiers, but this is the one that I go to the most. That's going to stay consistent. We're going to bring in a optical snoot, which I have the red gel in here. We can do a ton of modifiers. Sometimes I use blue, sometimes I use yellow, depending on what I'm doing that day. But since we're in this red kitchen, we want to repeat that color. However, I'm going to start with this. Now, this nan light is definitely not as strong as, say, the strobe. So while the strobe is going to give us a really intense glow, it's going to fill it out completely with the light. This one, even at 100%, is not going to have half the power. What it is going to do, even though you can visually see it right now, how thoroughly blue it is, it's going to be a gentle blue tone to add as a kicker behind her. So don't trust your eye on this one. You're going to see it as compared to the strobe. It's not going to be as strong. And I'm going to tuck this behind. That way when I'm looking through my camera, I'm not going to have it kind of peeking out behind, exposing where that light is coming from. All right, so I'm going to have you come back this way. She may need to poke through. Pull this up. How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, very tall. All right, I'll turn this light off. Now step into that corner right there. I'll pull this forward just a little bit. And I need my camera. All right, so I'm pretty sure you're comfortable with modeling. So as I'm giving you directions, feel free to kind of flow through. If I say to put your hand in the hair, like move it around, do whatever you want to do, kind of change your angles, etc. Normally with, everyday women, I'd be giving every little detail, but I know that you can flow through a little bit better. So exactly where you are, I want you to take your right hand and kind of just bring it up into a triangle shape up above. Exactly. Yes, I like the angle there. Beautiful. I'm going to check this before we go too far. We have some consistency here. Yep. So I'm seeing the blue on the countertops, and I'm seeing a nice blue line right on the back of her arm. It's really nice. Good. I like the angle of the back. Perfect. Arch the back just a tiny bit more. Yes, good. Breathe through the lips. Perfect. Good. And then turn your body towards me just a little bit more right there. Good. And you'll see later what I'm doing is I'm putting these things in the foreground. Not only is it creating a visual line, but that blue is catching in this glass too. So we have this really nice glow about it. And again, I shoot voyeuristically, so I love to have things in my foreground. Beautiful. Now cut your eyes towards me, give a little bit of a glare. Perfect. Put both hands into the hair, kind of move it around just a little bit. Perfect. That looks good. I like the eye contact on this one. Good. Let me change my angle. I'm going to come directly behind. And then let me get the focus right on the eyes. Right there is good. Very good. And then I just now noticed there's a little string that's hanging out. So let's go ahead and tuck that one in. We want to correct these things beforehand. Obviously we have Photoshop, but we might as well do it now. Perfect. Good. I'm going to come from behind here. Good. Bring this arm a little bit back. We want that triangle shape behind the body. Good. I like that look right there. Let me zoom in on it. Good. Look down towards me. Good. Now pull the hair back off the face so I can see the light. There it is. Smirkiness. Good. Cut your eyes towards the light now. Very good. We got a lot of good portraits in that one. And it's got a great kind of glow off to the side. So what I'm going to do before we switch is I'm going to turn this blue off and I'm going to bring back my red just so we can see the differences. You can stay there. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. However, if you wouldn't mind passing me that blue, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, so so we'll turn this off completely for now. All right, so a couple more shots. Take a teensy tiny step that way, right there, exactly. Now use your hands to kind of like interact with the necklace or the straps, you know, that type of thing right there. And by stepping backwards like that, we've actually created more of a fill light. So now instead of having all this shadow on this side, we're gonna have it fill the face out even more. We're creating a different mood entirely. Good. And let me make sure that red looks awesome. Let me check. There it is. I'm actually going to pull it off to the side a little bit because right now we got a little bit of a split. So if I pull it to the right, it'll fill. Let's go right here. Good. Good. Cut your eyes to the side. Like that. Let me get behind things. Beautiful. Wonderful. Let me do a couple portrait styles. Yeah, lean back maybe on like your elbows or your hands, anything to kind of create that arch. Good. Perfect. I'm going to show off the long legs, so let me come up from high on this one. Good. I like the eyes closed. Tuck the head back just like you did. That's perfect. Turn your torso towards me a tiny bit more though. Yes. Good. Love it. Okay, I'm going to come around. All right, so let's unplug this. We don't want anything to fall. Okay, coming back around. We're going to bring the blue back in because we want just a little bit of a kicker. Depending on how bright it is, since there's no shine or there's no cloth to cover up, we can kind of just visually see how intense the light is. If there's a lot of light flooding in, then sometimes it'll actually cast a little bit of a green, simply because of how much greenery there is out there. Today it's pretty overcast, so we're not going to have that issue at all, so we'll kind of control what we're going to look at. And then one of the things, because there's a lot of reflection involved in that, I put some things in the window just to kind of disguise a little bit of what's going on around us. So I'm going to put this right behind you, just be cognizant of that. We'll leave the light mostly in the same spot, but you can, if you want to hop up on the countertop, you can actually sit there. I know, I was like, you don't need a chair, you can just sit back and relax. Sit back and relax.
That's the lady.
All right, so I'll plug this back in. All right, so you can cross the legs over this one on the top. Yeah, I always like to cross the leg that's closer to me. It's just very flattering. I'm going to come from a little bit lower than the countertop too. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the perspective.
Yeah. So shooting low, a lot of people get very afraid of that because it's like, oh, we need to shoot from up high on all the models, etc. But I really like it because it adds a certain level of power to it. She's got a full level of confidence too, so we're not going to have any issues there. So, yep, exactly. Arms nice and wide. That's good. Let's bring the chin up just a little bit higher. I want you to kind of look down your nose at me. This is going to be like a lot of power, a lot of attitude. Good. Beautiful. Let me check my levels. All look good. I get this interesting glow right behind her too, so this is nice. Go ahead and look over your shoulder that direction. Good. We'll get a nice wide shot. And then opposite direction. Let's see which one we like more. Good. Perfect. And then I'm going to come a little bit closer, so a little bit more portrait style. Maybe reach down to the knees and kind of lean into it. Yeah, hold with both knees. Good. I like the reach. That's really pretty. So let's get the toe, point the toe just a little bit more downward. There you go. Good. Perfect. Let me check and make sure that looks awesome. It does. Good. Now, the hard part here is we're a little bit confined in space, so we have to be pretty careful with all the things hanging, etc. But I want to get a nice overhead shot of her laying across the countertop. So you can actually bring your legs up here. Exactly. And you don't have to lean all the way back yet. Tuck this right behind you, right behind your torso. Perfect. I'm going to move my light back behind her, so I'm going to come through here if you don't mind. Watch your head. I'm going to go over you. And before I do that, actually, let me get this all plugged in too, so I can turn it on. Oh, thank you. Right there. Years of doing this, and I still like get it all the way out there and go, oh, I forgot to turn it on. All right, we'll get a modeling lamp. There we go. Okay, so the important thing here is, since we're putting a relatively heavy modifier, we want to make sure we have it weighted down at the bottom. We don't want any liability issues. No accidents today. All right, so we've got that one in place. Go ahead and you're going to lean back onto your elbows for this one. And I may turn this light on its side. Yeah, let's rotate that light onto its side if you don't mind. Perfect. You're fine. It's durable. Okay, so chin up to the ceiling. Your light's going to be hit directly with light. Good. Let's bring the back leg a little bit longer than the right leg. Yeah, perfect. We're going to do a nice wide shot to start. Let your head fall back. See how that looks. I like it. Let's do our exposure compensation down. Oh, you're fine. I know it's uncomfortable. Go ahead and pull it back. Yes, I like the elbow up too, if you can hold that. Good. Let me do one zoom in. Relax for a second. Let me check. That looks really good. I'm going to make one adjustment because I can actually see the blue behind you when you lift your elbow. Let me push it downward a little bit. Right there should be good. All right, same thing. Good. Full body. And relax. There it is. That looks really good. Yep, now we hit the blue. So one last one, I'm just going to do a different angle and we have that shot. Okay. So chin back. If you want to kind of like look over your shoulder towards me, that's fine. Yeah. Good. Pull the chin up to the sky a little bit. There you go. One more. Pull it back. Very good. Okay, relax. Looks good. Awesome. And sometimes what I like to do is, especially if the model models, and that's not always the case, like, or if somebody has a specific pose in mind, sometimes people come in, they've already looked at Pinterest, etc. So I always like to ask, is there any sort of pose that we didn't do today that you want me to capture now?
Nope.
Okay.
I can think
That's
of
usually what they say, but occasionally we want to catch it.
I'm sitting
All right.
trying to think too, but no.
Yeah, no, we got a lot. We're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
Come on down.
problem.
So for our last set we shot in the kitchen, we actually used 3 different lights for this one. We used our key light, which was the Einstein. We used our Alien Bee for our red light, and that's through the optical snoot with the red gel. And then we also had a nano light, so that was just a handheld that we set on the countertop. Again, to reiterate, that one is not nearly as powerful, so if we want power, we have to use an actual strobe to match the power of our key light. However, with that blue light, depending on the angle especially, it just is a toned down version of it. So if you just want a gentle, easy thing to add into your set to add a little bit of a kicker, that's a good one to go to. So with our models, we have to judge kind of what their body types are. What do we want to highlight? What do we want to feature? Our model today had actually beautiful long legs, so it's very easy for a photographer to show off how long they are. But we did certain things, like we chose heels that have a thinner strap or don't have a strap at all. That helps elongate the legs. When we have a thicker strap, especially for shorter people, it actually makes them look a little bit shorter. So it's something to think about moving forward. But with her, we just we used the heels that did not have any straps at all, or the thin ones, and it was perfect for her. And also some of the perspective work that I did, when I dropped down for her, it really kind of guided the eyes up the legs. So it kind of featured them in a way. So her legs became the prominent piece, then it goes up to the face. We want to think about composition. Where do we want our eye to kind of continue to? Where do we want it to draw to immediately? And for her, that was definitely a shot that we wanted to get.